All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today's February 3rd. It's a Monday, and today we're going to get into some of the best Super Bowl picks for you guys. Before starting off the bat, I just wanted to show you guys this pick. As you can see here, and kind of what I talk about a lot in VIP, is all these different daily fantasy apps offer all these different boosted plays, discounted plays. Sometimes it's a percentage, sometimes it's just a free pick, like this one here. So make sure on Winnable, you go over and get the free plays, get the free subscription, because this week I'll be just posting all of them. Anytime I see one, I'll post it on the free page on the Winnable. So make sure you subscribe to that. Again, it's free. You get these sent directly to your phone because they keep randomly popping up throughout the week. And again, as I said, as I see them coming through, I'll send a screenshot, send a link, and then you can see here, there's a link right directly. So this one's on Chalkboard. So you get a $100 bonus and one free pick using my code Bonfire. And then you just put in this play, and then you pair it up with anything else that you like. Again, we're going to get into a ton of great picks to the Super Bowl today. Throughout the week, I'll be posting different videos. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about some of the specialty props. One of my favorite things in the Super Bowl is the specialty props that we get to play. I love those a lot. We'll talk about some other anytime touchdown picks. I'll get into those in another video because that's more of a longer video, kind of more strategy, kind of seeing which ones we like based off of recent measures. And I know most of my videos, they're a lot based on stats. And this one, again, will be similar to over on Props Cash. But a lot of these, too, it's based off of how these teams play, how this will affect, especially, too, in the Super Bowl. Anything goes. So that's where you can kind of luck out with some of these props that I place that I like a lot. And I'll make sure you guys get them. That way you get the best odds. And I started shopping odds as well on some of these odds jam type sites. And again, I'm on ChatGPT a ton, making sure that I'm trying to get the best odds for you guys. But again, right off the bat, this is just a free pick for you guys. Go over to Chalkboard. You can do it right now. Download Chalkboard. Sign up using my code Bonfire. You get a $100 welcome bonus and one free pick. Again, make sure you use my code Bonfire. And again, follow me on Winnable. Subscribe to the free plan. If you want the VIP picks, you get the free month of VIP, especially to getting my Super Bowl VIP picks. It's right above me. All you have to do, download one of the 4 apps in the description below. All the links are in the description. Deposit at least $10. Sign up using my code Bonfire and send it over to my Instagram, Bonfire Locks. And again, please always like, subscribe, put on notifications, and let me know in the comments which picks you're going to tail, which ones you don't like. Let me know why. Helps me out a ton. It's free to just like, subscribe, and comment. And again, helps me out a ton. I want to get as many people in on these plays, build a nice community. And yeah, so let's get into them. So let's go over to the Super Bowl. So first one, I'm going to look at Jalen Hurts. So his prop line for passing total is 211. I got it at 213, but they've been, the way their team is played, and normally this is what I talked about, a lot of them are based on statistics in the previous games. So if you watch the NBA games, my big strategy in the NBA is seeing how recently they've been playing, because that's usually how they're continuing to play. Super Bowl and playoffs are a little bit different. A lot of them, again, it's how well they're playing, but also, too, going against certain matchups will become a big factor. So, for example, with Jalen Hurts, they didn't really need to have him throw the ball. They were a really run-heavy offense. As you can see here, his numbers were pretty low. He's only hit this 3 times in the past 10 games. But that was because Saquon was dominant. They were better than all the other teams. And this game is going to be very close. So they're going to have to throw the ball. I know with Jalen's knee, he didn't run the ball as much last game. Let's go over to his rushing yards. So you see, prior to his knee injury in the LA game, he was running the ball a ton. That was huge. But now he didn't run as much. That's why his line dropped. His line still at 40. I thought it started as something lower than that earlier, I believe. But yeah, he only had 16 last week, and so he had to throw the ball a ton. And that was it too in a game where they were dominating. They dominated the Commanders. And this game against the Chiefs, they're going to have to spread the ball a ton. Spagnuolo for the Chiefs is a great coordinator. He's one of the best assistants of all time. they're going to have to respect how he coordinates against them. They'll be blitzing a lot. He's going to want to spread the ball out. So I see his passing total. Again, I got it at 213 to get it lower here at 211. As you can see here, it's all over the place between 210 to 214 on Underdog. So again, if you like the under for some reason, which I get, if you think the game's going to be more Saquon, they're going to get out ahead early. I just think they're really it's going to be back and forth games, similar to their last matchup a couple of years ago. And they're going to need to throw the ball. I see him getting in the 250 to 280 mark, and that's where I kind of have him projected for this game. So again, the lowest one I can see here is Fanatics is at 210. You also want to check the odds too. They're 210 at 115. You can get FanDuel at 110. Again, all the props I use on these fantasy apps because I like doing the props on there. And then more like straights and totals I do on Wana as well, or I'll do them over on Hard Rock. So again, I'll post these all on my Winnable, but I just wanted you guys and the YouTube make sure you get these out. So the next one, we are staying with the Eagles, but we're moving over to longest reception. And longest reception, we are going with Devontae Smith, and he's at 19. Again, I got it at 20, longest reception. He's cleared this mark, and look at all this green here. Again, a lot of these are going to be stats driven based off how well he's played recently, but also matchup driven. So a lot of his deep balls. So again, I got it at 20. So even if it's at 20, he's still at last 10 games, 60%. But also too, they're going to have to take deep shots. Again, with Spagnuolo, they're going to have to, they can't go one side where they can't just run the ball, quick screens. They're going to need to do deep throws to A.J. Brown and Devontae. So let me see. A.J.'s is at 24. Yeah, so both of those I like. I like Devontae a lot at 20 because sometimes they'll just try to get him on a deep ball, push back the D-backs. Anytime that Saquon, they're starting to put 7, 8, 9 in the box, spread it out, get him on a deep pass, and get that going. So, again, second pick, we got Devontae Smith more than 20 longest reception. And the other one, too, we're going rushing yards. Saquon. Again, all this green. I got it at 111. Right now, this one's here. Let's see. Move it down to 111. You can see here all the way around. Sleeper, Underdog, Prize Picks, they all kind of have it between 109 to 115, 116. And again, this is why I always talk about make sure you have several different daily fantasy apps that you're working with, several different sports books that you're working with, because you're able to shop lines, and that way you get the best value for any side you want. If you're going to take a play on Saquon, you have to take the over. Taking the under is insane. The only time I've said to take the under was actually in the last Washington game. But if you just watch the video, I talk about how sometimes Vegas will inflate lines based off of how the public is viewing them and how they think it's going to go. Where in the Washington game, the line was inflated all the way to 132. I was like, it's way too high. It needs to come down. And it did. We actually hit a mid-margin on it, so we took the over at 132, and then I believe Vivid had the boosted play. Again, I mentioned boosted plays. I post them usually on VIP, but for this week for the Super Bowl, as they come out, I'm going to post all of them on free for you guys. But we hit this in the middle because they pulled it down to, I think, like 98. And so we got the perfect sweet spot, which was great. Hit on both sides, and that's what we love to see. It's a great time. So, again, Saquon, take his over rushing yards. It's 111 here right now. I got it at 111. Again, you can shop it around. I used all the picks I'm doing today. I posted them. I believe today was on Dabble. Again, use my code. All the links are in the description. Helps me out a lot. I get the referral bonus, and you guys get the free plays. Ton of bets to get in this week. Make sure you use my code Bonfire. Sign up. You get the free deposit bonuses. Vivid and One are both offering $250 double deposits. Bettor's $200, and then Dabble, they'll give you a free $10 just for signing up using my code. Now let's move over to the other side of the ball and do some Chiefs picks. So first Chiefs pick, let's go. We have Kareem. And his that I liked was the rushing attempts. So his line is at, I got it at 11. So you see here, the past couple of games, it's been lower. Now, similar to with how the matchups work out, because it's different teams, both teams have very strong defenses. So as I mentioned with Jalen's attack with deep ball, spreading out the offense, the Chiefs are going to have to do something similar. So I wasn't a big fan of Kareem's rushing yards because his rushing yards was, his rushing yards was good recently. The problem is that I had was the defensive line for the Eagles is extremely strong. And, no, not passing yards. Let's see. Rushing attempts. So if you like the rushing yards, take it. I mean, if you're going off of the recent games, again, this is why I think going off of purely recent games is tough for the Super Bowl. Championship matchups are always different. They try to find an edge. They're going to have to spread out the ball and run the ball. The problem is when it gets to their defensive line, he could get stopped constantly. It's what the Eagles did against the Commanders. They rushed a ton. They don't let them get a ton of yards running. It's very difficult on teams. So, but on the other side, they're going to have them run the ball. Because if they just start throwing it, their secondary is also phenomenal with Cooper DeJean and Kenyon Mitchell. And so they'll just pull everyone back and they'll defeat them in the through the air. So get the rushing attempts. I think it's the best play, especially even if they do a back pitch, sometimes the Chiefs like to do these kind of weird trick plays. I could see some kind of laterals or stuff like that, which will just give him the attempts. So again, I like the rushing attempts a lot. That means he only has to get 6 in each half. That breaks down to 3 1/4, which I think he will be able to hit easily. Again, I'm staying away from his rushing yards because I just think with the defensive line, it's really hard to kind of break out a long run against them. They're going to have to respect the defense of Philly. But that's how I'm viewing it. That's how I'm taking this play. Again, over Kareem Hunt, 11 rushing attempts. So far our picks, we have Jalen Hurts more than 213 passing yards, Devontae Smith more than 20 longest reception, Kareem Hunt more than 11 rushing attempts, and then Saquon Barkley more than 111 rushing yards. So let's stay on this side of the ball. And we are going over to receiving yards. And we're switching to Xavier. So you can see here, he's done well the last 3 out of his last 4 games. Last 10, he's hit this only 40. Last 5, he's on a 60% clip. But this was, Mahomes didn't play in this game. Again, so this is his last 4, but, if you're going last 4, 3 out of 4. Now, again, I do like Xavier Worthy receiving yards. I think the Commanders will double team Travis. They make it very hard for him. They'll probably put a spy with him, but he'll definitely be double teamed. And I think Xavier Worthy he's been getting more targets as of late. Andy Reid trusts him. Pat Mahomes trusts him. I could see him breaking out a long run again, or a long reception. Again, they're going to need to spread out the offense. Same thing with the idea of the rushing attempt on Kareem. I can see a couple of deep bombs going to Xavier. That's why they brought him in. He's a speed guy. Get him to try to burn either Kenyon or get past Cooper in the back. So I do like this play a lot. I don't think he'll have that many receptions. I would say, I want to see what his reception total is at. Receptions, yeah, his receptions at 5 or 6. Let's see his targets. His targets have been good. I mean, catches the ball pretty frequently. I think his reception line is at, let's see, receptions is at 5.5. Yeah, if I had to guess, I think he's going to get exactly 5 receptions in this game. Like I said, I think it'll be around 4 or 5. But I like him on the yardage because I think they'll try to get him deep, get him on the deep ball, and that will be where he kind of does very well. And then let's get into the other side of the ball. The receiver I like, probably the best for receiving yards for the other team is Dallas. So Dallas has been kind of the go-to guy for Jalen. You can see here the game that Jalen finally really started throwing the ball. He got 85 yards. Even before then, he's gone 3 out of 4. And again, they're going to have to spread out this offense. They're going to do a lot of runs with Saquon. I can see Jalen running the ball a lot, and then I think they're going to be throwing the ball, deep bombs to AJ and Devontae over the top, and then the sweet spot, Dallas. I like Dallas a lot to also probably score a touchdown. He's Jalen's go-to guy in the red zone. I don't think the game's going to be, the 38-35 game of a couple years past, but I do see this game being high 20s on each side, if that kind of shows where you think I'm leaning on the total. But I think he will be able to hit this pretty easily. He'll be able to find some soft spots in the defense. Maybe they get too caught up on trying to cover Devontae and AJ. So I think this is like a great spot to get Dallas on the receiving yards. And we got one more we got one more back on the other side for receiving yards. I like Noah Gray a lot for just over 11 yards receiving. He hasn't done that much the past couple of games, but Andy Reid's known to do a lot of trick plays, like I mentioned. The defense is going to double team first. It's going to be Travis Kelce. They'll also go again sometimes with Xavier. They'll be double teaming DeAndre Hopkins. So I think this will be a time where receiving yards, he just has to hit 12 for this. I could see Mahomes trying to hit him on a cross. Sometimes when they do these last 2-minute drives, Noah can get open. They can hit this total. Again, if you're going to look at this total, either take the over. To be honest, just don't take it. I think it's much more likely for him to get a 12-yard first down, a red zone, it's 15 yards, red zone touchdown, than him to not hit this. So I would definitely either take the over or don't take it at all. But that's kind of the way I'm viewing it. So again, the picks I have: Jalen Hurts more than 213 passing yards, Devontae Smith more than 20 longest reception, Kareem Hunt more than 11 rushing attempts, Saquon Barkley more than 111 rushing yards, Xavier Worthy more than 54 receiving yards, Dallas Goedert more than 52 receiving yards, and then Noah Gray more than 11 receiving yards. So again, I like these plays a lot. These are what I have for today. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. Comment below what picks you like, what picks you don't like. Get in on the Winnable, free and VIP. You can get a free month of VIP. You can get my code get my pick for free for the Super Bowl. And we're constantly posting different plays. Posted a bunch of NBAs. I've been doing a lot of NBA props, and those have been killing it. We've been destroying it on NBA props. Again, make sure Chalkboard. They're doing the Mahomes free pick right now, so that's a great play. Again, all the links for all the different free plays are in the description below. Please sign up. Use my code Bonfire. You get all the free bonuses, and make sure to stay alert for the videos coming out this week. I'll have another one where I go through the anytime touchdowns. I'll talk a little bit more about the specialty props, and as always, I'm posting NBA free picks every morning on here and on my Instagram. On here, my Instagram and Winnable. So make sure you get all of them in case I can't get a YouTube video, Instagram video out. Again, it's Bonfire Locks, my social on all of them. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Thank you.